I don't like this.
Oh my God.
Yep, yours, your phone.
Oh my goodness. Father, we give you thanks and praises. We thank you for bringing us here today. We thank you for the gloriousness of your name. We thank you for the opportunity to talk through the airways. We thank you for life. We thank you for health. We pray for those who have been ill and who are now better. We thank you for our lifestyles, and we thank you for our jobs and the opportunity to feed our families. And I feel like I'm praying and like I haven't prayed for a long time, but sometimes you pray about a whole lot of different stuff. But when I'm on the late night talk show, I pray for everybody, and when I'm at home, I pray for myself.
Hallelujah!
Praise
Amen.
the Lord. But you know how we do on the late night talk show, and Father God, we give you praises. We pray for all of those people who are out there that's listening to late night talk show. We pray for the opportunity that we have, that we can reach people out there, people that are silent, people that are violent, people that are it rhymes, isn't it? People that are vocal and those that are not.
And those that are local.
And those that are local and those that are internationally known, you know. But we give thanks for our health, strength, and our wealth, and for our children's and for our family. And we give thanks for Late Night Talk Show and C-Lock Radio in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. And I thought I was looking at myself and I wasn't. But I can look at me now.
Look at me now.
Look at me now. No, yeah.
Yeah, but in our stuff.
Is it not so?
Oh. Yeah.
So how you all doing, yo? It's the Late Night Talk Show.
Oh my God, you've got that thing again.
I got it. It's the Easter Bunny.
But it's not even Easter.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're right. Listen.
It's a little sound concoction.
Okay, where's the Happy Easter?
No.
There we go.
It's not Easter.
Easter can be
It's just
any-
Halloween. Then
Yeah,
bonfire night.
Can I say something though? Do you know when the Lord came? Really?
Yesterday.
No, they said that he was
Like a thief in the night.
I feel like he's just always been here.
no,
I feel like we are the Lord.
well, you know what? If you want to go through that, like they talk about the Lord being within, and that there's not a real Lord, but the Lord is within us and ourselves.
Within your own entity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we are Lord, but we don't take the opportunity to bestow that on others. So we just don't think that we're strong enough to be the Lord ourselves. So we put that divine entity on somebody else. And the other day, I was talking to somebody, and he was talking about the Lord, and then talking about the Aztecs, and then talking about Egyptians, and then like he was like, every story is the same story. So where is the Lord? Like
What's the story in Balamori? Sorry.
Wouldn't you like to know? Sorry.
So you get me. It's all about what you believe in, what you don't believe in, how you feel, and what do you want. You know what I mean? What do you want?
You know what I mean?
What do you want?
I mean, 2020.
Oh Lord,
What you gonna spend?
I got a lot of money, y'all.
Give me some.
'Cause I'm rich, y'all.
Give me some.
Rich with love, rich with health, rich with wealth,
Sit there,
rich
sit
with
there.
blessings, rich
Rich
with
with-
life.
Sit there, honor, love, and respect as we do every day, yo.
Gratitude is yeah.
So it's the Late Night Talk Show C-Lock each and every Sunday, 9 to 11 p.m.
Where did you get 6 from? We
I
ain't
don't
never
know.
been on at 6,
Tired.
girl.
Long
Tired.
weekend, long weekend.
Tired body, girl.
Who, me? Oh no, that's rude, you know.
No, but you talking about your...
No, I'm not having it. She just called me a tired body girl.
Well, you...
No, I'm not having it. He don't say that.
Did you say he don't say?
just
Wait! Oh my God! Did you not just hear that? She said.
No.
I thought she said sign up, but I just clicked on. She said
No.
he don't say that.
Anyway,
Well, I ain't a he, so it
So,
ain't me.
today on the Late Night Talk Show.
Yeah, today on the Late Night Talk Show, we gonna talk about he.
No, yeah. So we got.
Oh,
So
I'm scared. Our Father who art in heaven,
I'm scared.
hallowed be thy name.
Amen, amen, amen.
Thy kingdom come on earth, thy will be done on earth.
Jaja Rasta.
Always be thy name. All right. Welcome, people. Masses have been crew. How we do? Good morning, good afternoon, good night, good afternoon, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. It's a late night talk show. I'm your girl, Letitia, aka Legs Alicious, yo, and I am here with Miss
Leash. Why they call you Legs Delicious?
Because my legs is also delicious, yo. I got a lot of legs, yo.
Did someone say that? Did they lick it or something?
Oh my gosh. Why are you trying to put me out there right now? Yeah? They say I got legs for weeks, yeah? Okay. The legs are delicious. The skin is like butter without the peanut. Like, there's a lot going on right now.
It's like butter without the peanut.
Well, not even my legs, but my skin.
Oh, so it's not
smooth.
like crunchy.
No, yeah, my skin is
They
smooth.
have smooth peanut butter.
They do,
I'm
that's my
not
point.
psychic.
Smooth peanut
What
butter
are we
without the
talking
peanut.
about?
We're talking about a lot of stuff. We're talking about legs delicious. You get me? I can't even show you my legs.
Oh gosh, yo,
I've
we're
got
in
a
the
long dress
studio
on right
with
now.
your host.
I can get down.
Legs
You never
Delicious,
sleep,
me,
please.
Miss Leash, and we've got a special guest in the studio this week. The lovely
Ms Kess Sims. Hey y'all. They scaring me, y'all. They didn't tell me. They said we gonna talk about some women stuff. They didn't tell me we was talking about peanut butter. They didn't tell me we were talking about chocolate. They didn't tell me we were talking about legs. I don't know. But I'm here with the beautiful Legs Delicious and Miss Leash, and I'm excited to be here with y'all.
you can have chocolate with peanut butter.
There you go.
You can have jelly and peanut butter.
Could jelly have peanut butter? That's a real
But it's not
American
actually
thing.
jelly, it's jam.
It's jam. But in America, they call it jelly. In England, we call it jam.
Tomato.
Tomato. But what you got to understand is when you're on a late night talk show, anything goes.
Okay,
yeah?
I'm learning.
Okay, cool. That's good.
I'm learning.
And listen, you learn every single day. Every single day is about learning. And when you come here, you learn gracefully. You know?
Indeed.
So peeps.
I love y'all. I just want to say I love y'all.
I love you too, baby girl. So welcome, Ms Kess Sims, to the house. How you doing, girl?
Can I do that? My son says I can't.
Yeah, no.
Oh, don't get me
He
started.
said I do it wrong.
Yeah, you look like you're doing it back. What are you doing?
Okay, but that's why he says I can't do it. Okay, okay.
Like you're driving a car, like, whoop.
All right, so he was right. I thought he was just saying it because he was trying to call me old. But
Oh,
okay,
don't
cool.
worry, Tyler says that all the time.
Well, we won't ask how old you are.
No.
You
Never
not-
ask a lady her age.
That's what they say.
I don't know why, because people be saying I'll be looking 17 and all this
Oh,
lady. I'll
that's
be
what
like,
I'm talking
okay.
about. Woo. But that's younger than me because I'll be getting 21s and 23.
Ooh,
So,
ooh.
but then I guess either way, I'm still older than you anyway. So you know, it is what it
So
is.
good. We look good.
So good.
We are growing and we're growing gracefully.
Don't
I
hate
think
the
I
play,
might
yo.
by the end of the show. You know, I
Don't
might
hate the
just
play, yo. Hate the game, Miss Chickalick. Sorry. If I accept you to get a better of me, I won't let you. Anytime of the day, I'm gonna get you.
don't know
You
the
keep
song.
coming to me.
don't
What?
know this song.
You don't know?
freestyling. I think.
No, you don't know that song?
See, you don't know the song neither. She's not
Oh,
freestyling.
she's
My
freestyling.
day. You don't know that song?
No, we're not that old.
Sorry, if I accept you, you get a better of me, I won't let you. You keep coming to me like a sucker. I've not got it right, but
All right.
I don't need
okay.
to huff and puffer. Cause baby, I am tougher than you think, so you just gotta suffer. Betty boo, ooh.
Is this like your salt
Betty
pepper days or
boo,
something?
just That's what I'm talking about, salt pepper. So Pepper's hair, yeah, salt pepper, Spinderella. I'm Spinderella.
Okay.
All right. She said the last one was gonna argue.
Beat though, innit? Yeah.
Yeah, y'all better not say nothing.
Listen.
I'm Spinderella.
All right.
I'm Spinderella. I've always been Spinderella. Yeah, cool.
That's fine, because she's not like that much. Yeah. It's like salt and pepper.
Yeah, salt
I
pepper,
wanna be
Spinderella,
pepper. I
didn't
can be
spin.
pepper.
That's
I'll be
cool.
pepper.
Pepper's a bit too much for me. I'll be salt. It's
See,
fine.
there you go.
Because she's like, I'm Pepper. I just like that bit. That's it.
Spinderella.
And Spinderella's just not. She's like, I'm
I'm just-
Spinderella.
Ooh, just.
All right, guys.
All right.
Let's do
All
some
right, cool.
talking. So, what are we talking about? So, today we're going to be talking with the lovely Ms Kess Sims. We're going to be discussing what you're about, what you do, your event coming up, and then we're just going to talk about the lovely beings that we are, which is women.
That's right.
So
it's all about worthy women today. It's all about worthy women.
So, introduce yourself for the people.
Okay. Hello, all. Do you know what? I'm actually more focused on what's going on with the phones and everything like that, and actually
You're forgetting that you're on radio.
We're on radio. Hey, listeners. Hey. I go by the name of Ms Kess Sims. I am live and direct here on City Lock Radio on the late night talk show amongst my fellow sisters, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me. I will let you know who I am because that's what you told me to do. I'm a woman, obviously. I say obviously.
I was going to start here, but I thought, you know what? I keep doing the interrupting today, so let me just fall back a little
Where
bit.
we're at today in 2020.
Right, you never know.
You know, I was born a woman, and...
Are you sure?
Girl. She's starting beef again.
No, you know why I'm saying that? Because you know what?
Starting beef again.
Y'all want me to talk?
No.
To say something. I'm scared now. I don't want nobody to come for me because I don't know what we can say and what we can't say nowadays.
Well, that's true.
I just want to, I'm here to kind of express and share my event that will be happening this weekend, which is a Worthy Women's World. It's called Worthy Wednesday. Sorry. The organisation is called Worthy Women's World, and the event is called Worthy Wednesdays, and it is a movement that I have started in order to get women together, to let women express, to let women come together in a circle, to let women sit down and have a meal together, for women to, just as we have our own little friendships and our little girl groups and things like that. But sometimes I found... with myself, and I kind of realise that it's quite common, that we smile a lot, and we smile a lot through a lot of things, and everything seems to always be okay, and it's not always okay.
So it's like, I'm okay, you're okay, I'm okay, you're not okay, I'm okay, you're okay. Have you read that book? There's a book called I'm okay, you're okay, I'm okay, you're not okay, you're okay, I'm not okay. And it's basically how we go through life and we say we're okay, but we're not actually not okay.
We're not. We're not. It's so common. It's so easy to say I'm okay. And sometimes there's one or two things that's happened in your childhood that makes you who you are today, and you don't even realise it. Mm-hmm. There's one or two experiences you've had in life that's made you, that's given you certain fears in life. You don't even realise it. There's certain things with our health that we're doing every day that impact us, and we don't even realise it. There's certain ways we think that affects our financial lifestyle, the way we do things, the way we think about money, the way we think about wealth, the way we think about our health. There's so many different angles to our life, and there's so many different emotions that we face as women as well, that we don't identify or recognise. Tisha's doing a lot with the phone right now. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but I think it's cute. But that's you see, even that, like, she's multitasking.
In it.
And it's something that we do all the time and we take for granted. Like, we do a lot. Like, as women, we just do a lot. We, as females, we do so much. Like, we give so much, we do so much, we are so much. And I've got to a place where, I got to a really dark place, and I realised that I was very hard on myself. And it caused me to stay in a dark place for a little while. And I just wanted to climb out. Luckily, I kept my mental state above the water. I kept my head above the water just about. I could just about breathe. But the rest of me, when you feel like you're just,
drowning. Yeah,
you feel like you're drowning, but you're just... And the thing is, as women, we do that all the time. We get into these motions where we're just kind of paddling, we're keeping our head above the water. But we think that we're the only ones that are going through this. When you don't know, sister over here has just come out of that situation. She looks like she's happy and she's floating on her back and she's, straddling through. Mm-hmm. But you don't know, sister just came through something, and sister over there is just about to go through a dark patch, and she don't know how she's going to get through. Do you know what I mean? Like, so what I wanted to do is help as much women as I can.
Yeah.
to just come together and share. We had an event, so basically just to explain the surface of Worthy Women's World is based on 3 pathways. These are the
just come a little bit closer.
These are the pathways that I have.
Okay. So hold on. Let's just slow down a little bit. Let's just slow down and just kind of because you've just gone straight into.
Sorry, because she asked who I was in it, and I just started talking about Worthy Women's World. That's how
exactly.
That's who you are.
No, but
that is literally who I am.
But then we need to let's start from the beginning, innit? So unless we're gonna start where she's at now and then go backwards, innit? We might as well. So so let's start where you're at now.
All right, you ask questions about.
Yeah.
You ask questions.
So okay,
me.
this is where you're at now. So continue with where you're at now, and then we're gonna rewind and then take a step backwards and work our way back as to
Cool.
who you are, why you are here today. If that makes sense. Yeah. Cool.
Coolio.
So you had the first event, which was
So basically, the Worthy Women's World movement is based on 3 pathways. I believe all pathways are connected. You can't go through one without the other. The first pathway is a mindset. Your mindset needs to be in the right place in order for you to even touch the other pathways. The second pathway is health. And the next pathway is wealth. Wealth not just being of finance, but of your well-being every day.
Everything, all communicate.
Everything
in holistic.
Everything health-wise, everything mentally, in your mental being, everything to do with your family, everything to do with the people you keep around you, the wealth that you carry. Wealth, I think we look at wealth and we just look at finance, but it can mean a number of things.
Of course it does, because wealth is not just about wealth in terms of money, as you just said. It's relationships, it's our life, it's our families, it's our children, and it's how wealthy we feel within ourselves.
Exactly. And as you said before, sis, you said about being rich, and I always used to associate rich with money and finance. And actually I realised, even with work, and I know you said you want to touch into my life as well, where I've worked so hard over the years, and I didn't realise I was. I didn't realise I was working hard. I was always down on myself and thinking that, I need to achieve more, And you miss the point when you do that. You don't realise that the happiness within that is what makes you rich. That's what makes you rich. When you've got good people around you, that's what makes you rich. When you know how to get rid of people that are not serving you good, that's what makes you rich. So when you know yourself, that's a sense, that's a sense of richness as well. So
and just to pause you there, because what you just said is about knowing yourself, and a lot of women don't know themselves, isn't it? Like, we go through journeys where we feel like, I know who I am, I know what I'm about, but then we hit a certain milestone and we're like, actually, who am I? Where am I at? What's happening for me right now? And that could be whether it's work, whether it's our relationship, whether it's our children. We could just reach a point and we just think, I just don't want to do this no more. Who am I?
And you know what? When you get to that point, what I've realised is it's okay to say, it's okay to switch things up. It's okay to change. It's okay to
start again. Yeah,
it's okay to press reset. As Lisa Nichols say, that's my auntie. I don't know her, but I feel like I know her. But
she's a lot of people's auntie.
She says about, pressing reset when you need to press reset. That is okay. But because of the way we've grown in society, we believe that you've got to be who you said you was, and you've got to. But we're okay. We grow, we change, we evolve. And we don't stay the same.
This is it. Life is about chapters, in it, and we go through different chapters in our life, in it. So you've got chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and right now I'm at chapter 41. Like, I'm at 41 right now.
Girl, you look like you're at 21, but I'm
Thank
just saying,
you. Woo! I'm not afraid to say it. Lots of people I know, they're like, I'm still 21, and I'm like, I'm 41. I'm going to be 41. I'm going to be 42. I'm going to be 43. Because I can embrace myself. I can look at myself, and I know that even though I may be 41, I still don't look 41, and people be arguing with me sometimes about my age. You understand what I'm saying to you? And it's not about your age, it's how you feel, or the man that you're feeling is what another thing that they say. Gets me. That's how I'm feeling. No one too young.
Do you like young things? Do you like young things? Yeah.
No. I'm not really on a young thing, but
because I heard the young thing are runting.
So I heard the Google life be popping, but
when you have a young thing though, do you have to look after them? Because No one ain't got time for that.
Is that a real question that you're trying to ask me? Because I ain't looking after nobody that ain't looking after me.
Oh, I'm just checking because you know, you said the man that you're feeling.
What I will say is that life is about we look after each other, isn't it? So I can look after you if you're looking after me.
No. I just want to disagree with you there just a little bit.
Cool.
I feel like you need to look after yourself first,
of course,
and foremost.
Yes.
But I have spent time helping and looking after people, and you can pour out, and you're left with some empty cup. So
Definitely.
no, it's not about, I'm not even doing like, what can I do for you, then you do for me. No, I'm going to do for me. I'm going to show you how I need to be treated.
Of course you have to. Otherwise, how are they going to know?
Right, but we don't always do that. It is always
to be
like,
honest, I've learned that for myself as well. So I do. Like I don't hold back. If I got something to say, I'm saying it. If I want something to be a certain way, I'm telling you. If you want something to be a certain way, tell me. That's how you need to work. So
most definitely.
It works both ways. But it's about having your own personal standards as well.
Of course,
that's why you said you got to know yourself first and know.
But that's it, and that's what I'm saying. I'm personally at a point where I know myself, innit?
Yeah.
And even if I know myself, I'm learning. Life is a journey. So even if I feel like I know myself today, tomorrow I might be a different person.
Yeah.
So you can never know yourself fully because at the same time you are evolving as days go on.
Before,
do you get me?
With like my son's dad, like we say we have an argument, he'd be like, "Yeah, because I know you," and I'd be like, "You don't know me because I don't even know me."
Yeah.
But now, as I've got older, say 10 years on now or more, if someone will say something to me like, "I know me," I know me now. Like there might be a little thing here or there that I might have to question with myself, but I know me. I've been through enough to where I've done that self-growth. I've done that self-love, and I know me. So I hear what you're saying. Like I totally hear.
And that's what I'm saying. And what you accepted today may not be what you accept tomorrow.
Yeah.
You might wake up and say, you know what?
I ain't doing this
no more.
Seasons change.
Do you understand?
Seasons change.
Today you might want to take care of yourself, but tomorrow you might want somebody to take care of you. Tomorrow you might want to be...
I want someone to take care of me.
No, but you might want to be the damsel in distress.
I am
Do you understand what I'm saying?
But I used to say things like I used to feel like I want someone to take care of me, but then what I realised, I did put up a post as well a couple of months ago about that same thing about showing people how to treat you in terms of, I want someone to take care of me, but I want them to see that I can take care of myself first.
Well, that's the thing. That's want and need, though. That's two things. I don't need you to take care of me.
Yeah.
But I want
you.
Because I'm tired of taking care of myself.
Yeah, girl, I know it get lonely sometimes. I know, girl.
Yeah, come and do this now. You know?
The other side of that is that when you take care of yourself, they feel like, okay, you can take care of yourself. I don't need to take care of you.
But that's another side.
That person's not good enough for you because they're supposed to see what you can do for yourself and admire that and say, okay, if this is what you can do for you, I'm going to do this for you. So
you say, I'm going to raise the bar.
Well, that's how I feel like when we touch, I think we should get into that anyway today, like in terms of things.
Excuse
like
me, these your real lashes?
No.
Oh, can't say those.
Really?
Sorry, but we're women. Women say these things.
Not live on air.
No, but she's buff. Her eyes are buff. You don't see her. I'm just seeing her, and I'm just like.
We say you're just perplexing.
Me,
the flex.
Yeah, I'm like.
We say you're admiring the chick, yeah.
What's that?
No,
It's mascara, boy.
No, but you know what? That's another thing.
You know the 2-point mascara. It stretches and then it.
Yeah, like you gotta appreciate.
No, but that's the other thing is that you feel like because we're living in a world today is that appreciation can be seen in a whole lot of different ways because you might be appreciating your sister and they're thinking, yo, what way are you? What boat are you? What bat are you batting? Do you understand what I'm saying?
But enough people should know me already to know that.
I feel like we're in that society now where I think women are learning to appreciate each other and we're learning to share and we're learning to not, this. I feel like there was a stage where it was just kind of, who's she looking at? What's she doing? Like a bit of bitterness and hating. But I feel like this whole girl, you look good. Girl, love your hair. Girl, like we're all up in that. We're all up in that realm right now. I feel like that's where the world is going. I don't know if it's just maybe the people I'm surrounding myself with.
That's what I was going to say. Because me, I'm not frightened to tell a girl,
you look
watch
good.
that butt in there.
You look good.
You get me? I'm not afraid to hit her ass and say, yo, girl.
She said, I'm not afraid to hit her.
I hit that shit.
Don't hit mine. Don't hit mine.
Back it up, y'all. Back that shit up. No, because you know what? I won't say it's okay for a man to do it, but you know what? If a man does it, it's crude. A woman can do it, and it's felt like,
I just feel like just respect people's personal space.
No, it is, of course not. You know what?
Because if I'm walking down if it's obviously if
Like
it's a
Australians
girl,
come up to
yeah,
you.
it's just like no.
No, of
like,
course,
wait
of
a
course.
minute. Hold on. Okay, I don't know. This is a bit weird.
No, of course
But
not.
obviously,
Not
if it's
to
your
be
friends,
random.
yeah, if it's
It's
your
not a
friends
random
and your
thing, you get
peoples,
me?
then yeah, of course.
Of course, it's not random like that.
She
But
just walks down the street like,
slap the ass,
Imagine, you might get arrested.
slap the. You get me? But like, depending on where I am and what it's doing, you get me. You know, I make it work, innit? Make it work.
Well,
you get me? But yeah,
self love. We have to love ourselves first before we seek any love from anybody else.
Most
and
definitely.
Just want to touch on Worthy Women's World again, and us talking about seasons changing. Now, the logo has a woman, which is basically the tree trunk.
yeah.
So she forms from the ground. So I believe that us women, I feel like, I say it quite often, I believe that we are God. Like God is within us. Like I've grown in a church and I've seen this image of God, which is a white man with long hair, and it just, I don't know. He don't look like my dad. He don't look like my uncle. He don't look like anybody in my family. However, also, we've grown with the image of God being a man and a male. Now, I'm not saying this is fact or whatever. This is just my own personal belief. I also have taken myself out of saying I'm a religious person. I'm not tied down to any specific religion. However, I do believe that there is a higher being. I do believe there's a higher force. I do believe that we when we're praying, we are praying to a higher spirit. Mm-hmm. And majority of the time, I do feel like it is a feminine spirit, because majority of the time, women are the nurturers. We're the life bearers. We're the life givers. We're Mother Nature. We're the ones that we can comfort. We can
is planted within us.
We can do a lot as women. We're we're women.
We're the one, Mother Earth.
We're Mother Earth. So
and without us, there would be nothing else, because we have the womb that enables the development of life within itself.
And recreation,
procreation.
Now, I've connected with Earth quite a lot. I love meditating. I love sitting on the grass. I love rubbing my feet on the grass and getting into it.
Energy.
I love connecting with the ground force. Now, the tree is a symbol of the woman. The head is the world. Her arms branch out, and then you have the leaves. We have the brown, the orangey brown, and then the green. This, for me, symbolises the fact that seasons do change.
Okay.
Leaves do fall off.
Okay.
We do continue to grow. More leaves come. Battery's gone on my one, but we've got 3 more. That's all good. The leaves do fall off. We get new leaves. The cycle continues. And
it's a late night talk show. Anything goes.
Anything goes. And that's a part of being a woman. That's a part of being a human, first and foremost. But that's also a part of being a woman. That's something that we take for granted. What did I miss?
What?
That's not the right charger, baby girl.
Oh, wow. But let me know. It's alright, go for it.
Yeah. So that's a part of being a woman. And one thing, like I was saying to you ladies before, is that it's not about being hard on yourself when the brown leaves fall off. Mm-hmm. You gotta let that ish go, let that go, because that's no longer serving you. There's things and people in life. It could be a job, it could be a man, it could be whatever it is. If it's no longer serving you, we have to know how to let go. And like I was saying before, I feel like I'm now more around people that are self-praising, and we big each other up, and that's because I've let a lot of things and people go. I've consciously done that, and sometimes I've even thought like, is it me? How am I just locking people up like that? But if it no longer serves your soul, sister, let it go, because there's so many people, there's so many good people in this world. And I always believe that I move with good intentions. I don't bad mind anybody. I don't wish anybody bad. I always wish people good. And it doesn't mean that the people that I've cut off, that they're not good in their own entity. But it just means that our chemistry is not...
Wasn't doing nothing.
Yeah, it's not popping. I might not be doing nothing for them. They might not be doing nothing for me. So we have to put ourselves in places where we know we're surrounded around the right people in order for us to grow as well, to allow our growth to take place.
Most definitely.
And I think that's very important, because sometimes we could be in circles or in commitments, and it could be a relationship, it could be a friendship, it could be family members, and you feel like you have to stay speaking to them, you have to stay around them because they're your family, or you have to stay around them because you've known them for 20 years, or you have to, and that's not the case. That's not the case, because these people could be the if you just let go of that one person, you don't know how far forward you can go. Do you know what I mean? So you, just as human beings in general, not just as women, we need to think about
because
who we got
you know,
around
like
us.
there's this thing called loyalty, and you think that you've got to be loyal to those that you know, those that you've grown with, and you know, like I met somebody, I met her. Whoa, that was your vibration, you know. Oh no, it vibrated for me too. I met somebody like how many years ago, and she became my sister within like the first. I met her, and within a couple of hours, that was my sister, and up to today, that's still my sister. Big it herself IO, and she just had my back, like regardless. Do you understand? Like, and you know, Drake says no new friends, but sometimes new friends can outdo the old friends because you get complacent. Do you understand? And you just feel like that's whoever it is, so that means that they're going to be there for you, but they're just not.
Because you feel you put we're grown to put loyalty with time. And it's not that somebody, like you said, somebody you met yesterday can give you more loyalty in the next 5 days of your life than someone you've known all your life.
Most definitely.
So it doesn't work like that. But just as humans, we need to know who we're placing ourselves around.
Most definitely.
So
okay. So why did you start Worthy Women?
All right, I started Worthy Women's World because I'll be totally honest with you. I feel like I was moving so fast. I had my son at the age of 21.
Okay, that's a good age.
It is a good age. I thought I was a grown-ass woman then, but then now I'm a grown-ass woman. I felt like, wow, you was really young. However, I've always been very ambitious. I'm the oldest child, oldest grandchild. So I just felt like a lot of pressure in terms of having to set the right... Pressure!
Sorry.
Woo! Sorry. I felt like I had to set the right example. Now... having my son, what happened was I was working in a company, and you know they gear you up. Oh, you want to become the next manager, then the next senior manager, and you know they just gas you up. And the next thing you know, the whole company made everybody redundant, and it's like, whoa, okay, what do I do now?
Where'd I go?
Okay,
who's gonna pay my bills?
So I decided, especially how that went and all the dramas I went through with them. I went for a tribunal case with them. It was just a lot of things. I was pregnant at the time, and just like all the laws, they was breaking laws, and it was just all crazy. And I said, you know what, actually, I don't never want to work for nobody again. I never want to work for anybody ever again. And I think that was the start of it. I'm glad I got made redundant. I'm so happy I got made redundant. Is that sound effects dish?
Yeah. Sound effects box.
That's a cup of hands. That's cup and hands.
What? That's a duck. That sounds like birds that wake you up in the morning.
Where's the phone that flock together?
But I'm just trying to figure out how that relates.
It doesn't.
It's called
Do we
cup
have
in your
some
hands.
fireworks? This is Guy Fawkes coming up soon.
Coming up soon. That was today, innit?
Yesterday.
Guy Fawkes night is the 5th of November. 5th of November. Remember the 5th of November.
Oh my god. Anyway, go on. So you got made redundant, sorry, and then
I got made redundant, age 21. I was pregnant with my son, a lot of dramas, and I was just like, yeah, that's it, I'm done. Moving forward, I said I was going to set up my own business. I'd done a lot of research. I was up late at night for 5 nights in a row, no sleep. It was just like I was grinding hard. And I continued that grind up until, like I say, maybe about 2 years ago. till I got to the age of 30. Damn, I'm giving my age away. Shoot.
From 21, that's 9 years.
Yeah, 9-10 years. I was grinding hard, man.
That's the same like you're saying 32.
Yeah.
Oh.
Girl, you can count, fool.
I know, innit? What you have to think about, Mass is on point today. Hey.
We can't see you in this one.
That's alright, man. Don't watch me. You don't need to see me.
Yay. Yeah, so from that, I just kind of grinded hard, set up my own business, LMQ Events, which I done very well with. That business has helped me live life. I was quite lucky to have the support of my family as well. You know, in terms of my son, like he's got support, so it wasn't hard at that time. Yeah.
I was able to care for him, and you was able to go out and do what you had to do.
Yeah. So there was that. I also, I went on holidays. I still done, you know, because what happened was when I had my son, I had him very young, and a group of my friends went on holiday, and I had to make that decision. He was only 4 months old, but he was born premature, and I had to make that decision. I'm like, I can't leave my baby. He's only 4 months. No. So I missed out on the first girly holiday that my friends went on, and I remember saying that just because you're a mum, that don't mean you can't have fun. So I didn't go on that holiday, but I also said to myself that I will balance it. I will balance the motherhood, I'll balance the work, and I'll balance my social life as well. So I made sure that I didn't miss out too much. I made sure that I gave my son the best that I could give him, and I also followed my dream of being self-employed, so nobody can make me redundant. If anybody was going to lose out here, I was going to make sure it was me that made sure I have to make my own mistakes, and I have to figure that out, and then, you know, so that was that. So I grinded LMQ Events, that done very well. I've now just taken, can you say a sabbatical?
Yeah, cool.
I've taken the sabbatical from that business because I then, 4 years ago, got into the property business. I felt like that would have been more, I felt like the property would have given me more money with less work. Which to some extent it did. However, I was talking about happiness and stuff like that. I really, what I'm finding now is that I really enjoyed the element of working in events, because I was taking dull rooms and transforming them and seeing people's face. So I realised that there's something in me that really thrives off of helping people in that way, and seeing people,
the end result.
Seeing people happy.
No, dash that, please.
No, but it's different. It's like, just the transformation. And with property, you can do that because you can get a dusty property and turn it into something quite glamorous. But it takes a lot of work before you get to that. Whereas with an event, you can do that in one day.
But also with events, it's people's emotions. It's people celebrating things. It's people, see people happy and dancing, and you know the wow and oh my gosh. And so as I said, I've taken a year out from my events just so I can focus and regain. We talked about resetting, so I'm just resetting a few things in life. But like I was going back to 2 years ago, I just found myself overworking. I overworked. Everybody said, all my friends said, you're too hard on yourself. You've done really well, you know, Kess. Oh my days, Kess, well done. Oh my gosh. And I just felt like, no, I haven't. No, I haven't. Oh, what do you want that for?
No, see that.
Oh.
So was you trying to talk discreetly?
No, not to you.
Right,
too far,
sorry. But I felt like a lot of people were saying, oh my days, you've done really well, and to the goals that I was setting myself, I didn't feel like I had done well, because what was happening, I kept on moving the goalposts. I was achieving things, moving the goalposts, achieving things, moving the goalposts, achieving things, moving the goalposts. And then I just felt like a bit burnt out. I felt, no, not even a bit burnt out. I felt very much burnt out. And then, like I was talking before about having bad energies around you, there was a lot of confusion with who was in my life and who shouldn't be in my life and who was, you know, so I had to have a big clear out. I had to have no one around me. No one around me. and just kind of reset altogether, start again. And then what happened from there, I said I wanted to help other women do that. I wanted to help other women go through, because I found myself in a dark place. I'm in this dark place now. It was like, how do I get out? I focus on these three pathways that I've set for worthy women, which is mindset, health, and wealth. The first thing was making sure I didn't lose my mind, because it's a very thin line. It's a very thin line, and I think we take it for granted. I used to do radio as well. I used to present on radio, and I also had a lady that kind of texted in whilst I was on air about being suicidal and wanting to end her life and everything like that. And it's something that when you're not there, you think, how could you don't understand it, if that makes any sense. And I called the lady up after the show, and I just gave her kind words and everything like that. And I know it helped, because I know she had texted in a few weeks later and said thank you and stuff like that on somebody else's show. So that was something I experienced on radio. Going forward, I found myself thinking and saying similar things like what this lady had said to me on the phone, that I just can't be bothered. What's the point? You feel like, what's the point? When you get so deep into the darkness, you feel like, what's the point? And especially when you are somebody, you got a lot of pressure on yourself, a lot of people relying on you, a lot of people, you do so much expecting. A lot of people expecting, and the only reason why they expect is because, like we said before, we're not teaching people how to treat us. So we're letting them, we're giving till you're empty. Do you know what I mean? So I went through that. Anyway, moving forward, all I wanted to do was like, I focused on my mindset, then I focused on my health. I was getting up, I was going gym at 6 o'clock in the morning. I booked in a personal trainer. I messed up a lot of my finances where I had kind of just been in the dark place. So I weren't focusing on business as much as I should have been. So I was slipping there, but I knew that I couldn't really focus on business if I didn't get my mind right and I didn't get my health in place, because where am I going? If you're burnt out and you're empty, where are you going? So that's how the 3 pathways came about. Mindset, getting your mind right, focusing on your health. I pushed myself to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go gym. It weren't even a physical thing, because I'd lost so much weight as it was anyway, but it was more of a mental thing to push through. I know I've got to do, if I'm late, I've got to do these burpees. I don't want to do that. And on top of that, it was like the stamina that you have to build up, that, to keep going. Okay, cool. He said 100 sets. In my head, I can't do 100 sets, no way. But then, when
you
you're
gotta
in the
go,
gym,
you gotta go.
So, especially, like, I had a personal trainer as well. So it was like, there was no getting out. I have to do this. So it was like, if I can break through the physical part of the health, do you know what I mean? And then I'm focusing on what I'm eating now. I'm eating better now. I'm trying to make sure I make this, even if I eat rubbish for the rest of the day, at least I make the smoothie that's got everything in there that I need. Just little things. And then I started focusing back on my finances and my wealth and my business and getting that in place. So that's how the 3 pathways came about: mindset, health, and wealth. And I felt like those 3 was the most important things. I feel like those things are the most important things in life that we need. And there's a lot of things that come under those. There's a lot of categories that come under those.
Like an umbrella, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's how that came about. And the idea is for this movement to grow. The aim is for this movement to grow. Like I said, we've had one event already, which was a mindset event. It was amazing. It was emotional, because what I did find out was what I guessed was the truth, was that there's so many different women going through one thing or another. There's so many of us that go through the darkness, especially of this, I'm this strong, independent woman thing. We all feel like we've got to be the strong, independent woman, because that's what society puts on us. Yeah, even though they say, like, God is the male form, they've given us this male form of God. But when you think about what we go through as women and all the number of emotions, not saying that males don't go through their own thing, but I can only relate to
yourself. Relate to a woman.
Do you know what I mean?
And women do go through a lot. We go through a lot because we have to be everything. Like, we don't know what it's like to be a man, but as the woman that bears the fruit, that raises the child, that has to make sure that keeps the family together, it's a lot for us, and people don't respect women in the way that they're supposed to respect women. You know, we get a lot of negative crap, you know, associated with us, and we take that on board, and we may carry ourselves in a lot of different ways because we're trying to fight against the entities that are around us without remembering that, you know what, this is me and this is life, and I'm carrying a lot, but because society doesn't appreciate us, we kind of fight every day. So for women, men fight a lot, but women fight a lot more harder than the men fight.
I think we have our own individual fights, but I feel like men need us.
Of course
I feel like men need us, and when we're not right, the males around us can't be right. This is just my own belief system. I feel like when we're not, like, males cannot be right, and we can I feel like we can fix them. But I feel like we're more...
That we have to be fixed within ourselves.
We have to be fixed within ourselves. We have to be fixed within ourselves, and we can fix each other as women. I believe that we can fix each other.
Sure, that's not actually true. You know, you have to be right within yourself before you can fix someone else. Because I've been in times where I can be in the most worstest place myself personally. Like, I can feel so down and empty and lost inside. But at the moment when I know someone needs help, I find that strength and energy, and you will never know that what I'm going through. My face is going to be the happiest. You're going to think I'm so good, but I'm going to do that just so that I can push you to where you need to go to. Then I go back into my dark room. So you can.
And there's this poem that goes out and it says, with crying tears, like, I can't remember how it goes, but it talks about the woman that is behind the closed door, but she's the one that's pushing you forward and that's making you do all that you need to do. But yet she's not able to do it for ourselves. And I think a lot of times we are able to push others without able to push ourselves.
Yeah.
Even though we've got the strength, but because of that whole self-belief, it can be difficult.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a catch-22. It just depends on where we are at different times in our lives and what's going on and who we've got around us that can help us to kind of realise ourselves and make us just be who we need to be.
And that's why I feel like, just as you said, like, you can be in a dark place, but you can also help somebody else.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like it is important for us to have these gatherings. It is important for us to have, because what I found was, at the last session, one woman came up with something that she was going through for her own personal experience. Somebody else came up with something that they was going through their own. But actually, we done a task where everybody had to kind of share something that they felt was really bad. And every other woman was able to turn it into a positive. Every other woman was able to support, even though, so I could be going through my own thing.
Yeah.
But when I step out, I'm not in you, so I can't go through your emotions. But your emotions, but when I'm outside of you, I can see it from a different point of view and help you. Because you can't see it when you're in it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So most definitely. I saw a post that said that if we was all to put all of our issues in a box, like, you'll be quickly, if everyone wants to put their drama in a box, you'll quickly take up your box, your drama that's in the box, because you'll see that other people's dramas are just as bad as yours.
Everybody's got their drama, and one thing I've learned is not to be judgmental of people, which I'm not going to lie, I used to be, not in a bad way. I don't think I used to be judgmental extremely, but I used to have my own standards and think that, you know, that was right. And now I don't want to judge. I don't want to think that because they're driving that car that they've got money, or because they're driving that car that they don't have money, because you just don't know. That's the point I'm trying to make. You just don't know. What I have also known going through it, depression and having anxiety and things like that, is that depression comes with a lot of smiles. People are smiling, like you said. You can smile. People are coming with a lot of smiles. It comes with laughter and things like that, and then they go back into their dark place, and that's when, because we're not taught to share our sad moments. We're taught to show our happy moments. That's the world that we live in now, especially with the internet and social media. Everybody's posting their best bits.
Yeah, this new saying that they got living my best life. Man, this has been my life from day. Like, I've been living this life, in it. Like, how you want to interpret it is up to you, but you've only got one life to live. We're not cats. We don't have 9 lives. We have 1,000,000 lives, but it's the one life that you've got to live, so you just got to live it as best as you can. Make it your best. I'm not living my best life. I've been doing this all day long. I've been travelling. I've been living. I've been doing my thing. You get me? So if that's your best life, then that's your best life. But right now, guys, we've got 30 seconds before we go to the ad break. I'm your girl, Letitia, a.k.a. Legs Licious.
I'm your girl, Miss Leash.
And we are here with Miss
Kess Sims.
And it's the late night talk show every Sunday from 9 to 11. So guys, we'll go to the ad break. So we want you to catch us back on after the ad break, which will be 10 minutes long, and we will continue discussion. 10 minutes. We will continue discussion about Worthy Women, which is taking place next week, Wednesday, the 6th of November. So stay tuned to hear more information on that. Love ya. Keep it locked, yo.
What one is it? This one. There you go.
I was going to say, did the mics turn off automatically? That's sick.
Oh, my back is killing me. Oh my God.
Phones are distracting me.